Hey guys, it's me again. Happy Wednesday. So I leave in a few days on Sunday, going to Mexico for our IVF treatment, and there's just so much that's gone on. I can't even think right now. So we've been trying to find a house, and that's taken months. We've put offers in on 2 or 3, and each and every last one of them, for one reason or another, has fallen through. So we finally found one this last weekend, and hopefully the mortgage companies and a relocation company that's involved and something else will all get their contracts in order so that I can put the money down on it and get that portion out of the way, because everything's going to be happening logistically while I'm away. And so, I don't know, I've got to get everything to happen by Saturday. That's just so one little piece of the conundrum can be somewhat settled. All the inspections and whatnot are going to have to be done while I'm away. And of course, we own our own business, which keeps my husband traveling a great deal of time. And so he'll be away. So we'll have to do everything via phone and email, which is great. That's an option. But I have begun packing, and I'm packing. Packing up the house. I had already gotten all of my packing for Mexico done, only to realize that I may have to extend my stay in Mexico just based on some things that are transpiring. I may have to extend my stay. I may have to stay there through a second cycle. We won't know until we know, which is probably next week. I am so on the verge of tears just because I've still got my younger 2 adult sons who live at home, who are working and in school, and we live out in the country, and logistics have been crazy, getting them to and from work or to and from school. The car broke down. We have 2 cars, but one's not appropriate for young men to drive because it's a sports car, and they're not getting their hands on a brand new sports car to drive around while I'm gone. So thank goodness for options like Uber. So I'm just going to set them up accounts so that we can get them Ubered to and from their respective locations when necessary. I have put the food orders on standby for the delivery for the markets, and I'm trying to finish packing up 2 or 3 bedrooms and washing up the last of laundry and making sure that my husband's clothes for his travel are sorted out and separated from all of the things that are going to be packed for moving. And it's a handful. I'm very, very, very fortunate to have these kind of problems, but it's a handful. So moving, packing, traveling for IVF, making sure the kids are logistically sound, making sure that I leave notes and schedule text messages for the process while I'm gone. And my husband is amazing. He's like, babe, don't worry about it. If you have to stay a second cycle or longer while you're there, that's just what you have to do. And so my heart is so full, but I'm so stressed out right now because he's just the greatest guy in trying to keep me from wigging out. My mother-in-law has been amazing and instrumental in trying to keep me from stressing out. I'm not sleeping at night. I'm so stressed out. Maybe stressed out is overused. I'm thinking maybe I'm just super anxious with everything going on. This is the good stuff. This is really the good stuff. And the universe responds to the energies that you send to it. And so it continues to send me the good stuff. It's just I'm working out the logistics and trying to honor every step of the journey of moving and relocating to our home, and the journey of this process of having a baby and starting our family, the process of my older adult children transitioning into full adulthood and doing that for a period of time without me. A little secret about me, I am such a big old mom. Like, I wake up and I go to sleep and I do everything for my children. I am sacrificial on very few levels, except for where my children are concerned. I've been working on that, though, because they're grown men, but they are the reason I am who I am. They are the reason I wanted to be and learn to be a better person. So everything about family for me is paramount. So this part of their transitioning to adulthood it's good. It's just harder for me than I thought, because everything is just kind of clustering in one little package right now. It's a very real reality. If I have to stay in Mexico for an extended stay, that my husband and the boys are going to actually pack up this house and move everything into my new house. And the catch is they may actually be residing in our new home for a couple weeks before I even see it. And I cringe right now at the thought of their organizational skills and how they're going to set my house up, and all the undoing of the doing that I may have to do when I get back. But I guess I'm just going to have to learn to let it ride right now. I decided to video just because this is my journaling, if you will. I was suggested that I start journaling by a very dear friend that I met through my videos. And writing it all down is probably not going to happen. So I just decided to jump on here and use my videos and my YouTube as my form of journaling. I finally got my nails done because I was literally chewing my nails, as my grandmother would say, to the quick. I was just chewing the fuck out of them. Whereas historically, I would probably be chain smoking, but seeing as though that's not an option anymore, my fingernails were suffering horribly. So I finally got my nails done, and I'm pretty happy about that, because for a couple hours getting my nails and feet done, I could just kind of forget and just be in my space for a little while, trying to get out of my own head. I can't get out of my own head. There's so much riding on this IVF treatment emotionally, not just for me, but for my husband and for my in-laws who don't have any grandchildren at all. And I know, if nothing else, my mother-in-law is super excited and super anxious for me. And every day she calls me and she's just like, don't do this and don't do that. I'll help you do this and I'll help you do that. Just get some rest. You got packing to do. Just try to focus on your packing. Don't lift heavy boxes. She's a saint. And I thank the universe for sending me such an amazing in-law family. It could have been so different. Shit, for years it was different. And I'm so grateful and I'm so humble. And I just want to video this because I was in my room trying to get my 2 closets and my dressers, you know, packed up in boxes, and I started to feel it, and I couldn't breathe, and anxiety was just welling up in me. And so I didn't know what else to do. I just didn't know what else to do. And I'm here by myself, and the kids are at work and at school, and the dog's in the backyard running around, and it's just me with my thoughts. And I couldn't breathe, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I don't have any friends here. So I was like, let me just jump on my YouTube and do a video, because that will at least help me talk it out. And so this video is like absolute random emotions trying to run unchecked and unbridled, and me trying to calm them. My husband's amazing. He just called me and was like, it's gonna be all right, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. Did you do this? Okay, you did that, it's gonna be all right, don't stress. And all I can say to that is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the universe sending me the most amazing husband and relative support system that it could send me. I wouldn't have thought, like, even 2 years ago, that I would be sitting here with a husband that's so loving and attentive, and 3 amazingly capable young men for sons, and a mother-in-law who's nurturing and supportive and genuine and kind, and that I would have these kind of real life first world problems or anxieties. 2 years ago, my life was so different, and the thought of having another child had disappeared because I was single, and I was menopausal, and I was broken in ways that words just don't come to me right now to explain. And I think a lot of my anxiety is fear that the bottom's gonna fall out of the bucket when it comes out of the well. And I can't live like that. I can't think like that. But it does creep up on me sometimes. And some days I'm just really so full and so happy and so grateful and so appreciative. And that's scary for me, because y'all don't know my backstory. Trust me, you know my walk, but not my journey. And that's just really overwhelming for me. Unbelievable. And I'm afraid that I'm going to wake up one day and it's all going to have been a dream. Because it's magical. And I had convinced myself through everything I've been through that magic doesn't happen to people like me. It's reserved for other people. I don't know what people those were, but I had convinced myself of that, and boy was I wrong. I'm sorry, I'm all weepy right now. I'm sorry, that was so not the plan. But I just had to kind of get that out, and I'm very raw and transparent with you guys, for those of you that watch me. So this is just another layer of my life in real color. And I just want to thank you guys for helping along this journey. I want to thank you guys for the support that I've gotten. You guys are the MVPs of magic for me. Women that are familiar with one another's journeys and struggles, and that don't mind being supportive and nurturing. And that means so very much to me. And I love you guys, I do. And I promise from like Friday, in a couple days, I'll start videoing even just 5-minute little snippets every day to the countdown to my traveling, and I'll let you know what some of the steps were that we've had to take to get to that point. Like how I had to go back in last night and rearrange my hotel accommodations, because real life and real world stuff happens, and we have to drop thousands of dollars for the house and thousands of dollars for the IVF. And I don't know about y'all, but we ain't made of it like that. So I had to go in and readjust my accommodations, and thank goodness for bookings.com. They the champs because I could go in and break my stay up. I had lumped it all together for the totality of my stay, which was a lot of money. And I was just like, we can't afford that. We can't afford to have him hit my card at the same time that the check's clearing for the house and that the payments going through for the IVF. We'll be asshole broke in Mexico. Just crazy looking. And so I thought it through and I said, you know what? Let me break it up into weekly chunks. And so it worked out better that way for us, that I break it up into weeklies. I may roll a couple weeks together just based on what they finally say about how long I'm actually going to have to be in Mexico. But for right now, it really was a lot more budget friendly to break it into weeks. Now, maybe other people thought about that before I did, but nobody sent me the memo. So it was like nirvana and amazing when I figured that out all by myself in between tears last night. I got an amazing flight rate through a site called Kiwi, KIWI.com, because I had to wait until we paid some more money and some more shit for the house, and my transmission went in my car, and all sorts of fun shit happens just at the door of this journey. And so I had to wait a lot longer than I expected to purchase my ticket, and tickets that otherwise were barely $300 jumped to like $700. And I was just like, oh, this is Satan in a Sunday hat. This cannot be working for me right now. And I sat up, because I'm a beast, on the computer, and I Googled around and fished around and pilfered around and found Kiwi.com. And they the flight MVPs, and scored a round trip ticket, open dated, to and from Puerto Vallarta for less than $400 with under like a 2-week window. Like, I don't even know where they do that at, but Kiwi does. Kiwi. So that's my plug for Kiwi and bookings. And I promised you guys I would do a video on all of the gymnastics and mental acrobatics that it took to get this trip to happen. And I will do that. I will probably do that on Friday. But this little 15-20 minute video was just basically to kind of calm myself and to focus me in another direction so that I could get back in here and do some more packing. And oh yeah, so my luggage though, because I may have to stay longer, gotta take more luggage. So that 90% finished with the packing stuff that I told y'all about a few days ago. Not so much. I'm at like 45-50% again now. So yeah. Oh God, I need a margarita and I can't drink. But it's gonna be okay. I just wanted to touch bases with you guys and share my morning moments and breathe and cry a little bit, because I know I can cry on y'all's shoulders and y'all understand. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And thank you for helping me honor the process and the journey and keeping me grounded and focused in ways you all don't even have a clue about how you're helping me, and helping me stay appreciative of the blessings of the universe and receiving of those blessings. And thank you guys. Y'all are so powerful in your support. Energies matter. Vibrations matter. So thank you for keeping my vibrations high and my energies high and my optimism high. And I love y'all. And I hope y'all having a great day. I really, really do. Well, from my anxiety-ridden heart to y'all, have some chamomile tea on me. Love you. Love me. Bye, y'all.